Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to film a little video because it's been a while, so I thought I'd film one. Baby just went down at like 8. I put him in his bed. We are trying to get on top of nap time because he has been such a crap napper during the day. He like sleeps for 20 to 45 minutes at a time and then is awake, but like it takes a long time for him to go back to sleep, and then he gets very overtired, and it's just kind of been a continuous cycle. So we've started a new kind of routine where I put him down like just as soon as I've seen that he's tired, and I just put him in his own room now, and I just let him go to sleep on his own. But I do have to go in and like resettle him a little bit, but like I guess if I stay consistent with it, I'm hoping that he will fall asleep faster and stay asleep for longer, hopefully. But anyways, I think he's just woken up again. I'll be right back.
Few minutes later.
Okay, I'm back. So yeah, every now and then I just have to kind of like go in there, give him some chest pats. Sometimes he wants the dummy, but yeah, hopefully he stays asleep now before we have to go to his 2-month pop-in photo today. But anyways, I thought I'd film a little what's in my nappy bag video. This here is my nappy bag. I got it for 40 bucks on Facebook Marketplace, so it just has these handles, and then it also has one of the side strap ones. But I just thought it was quite nice because, like, you know, it looks like a handbag and it's still got heaps of room in it. But anyways, I'll show you what's in there. So the first thing that I have in here, came with the bag, is just a changing mat. So that folds up nice and just sits in there. I'll put that there. And then I also have wipes for nappy changes as well. And then I usually have like 4 nappies in here just in case. And by the way, can I just say that the Rascal and Friends by far are my favorite nappies. I have these other ones, and I always have nappy blowouts in them for some reason, but I've never had a blowout in the Rascal and Friends nappies. They're just so good. And then I have, so yeah, these are the ones that I always have blowouts in, and they also just don't really hold that much like pee either, like, and for some reason it all goes to the front rather than absorbing in the whole nappy. So anyways, I also have just a few like little, what do you call them, like nappy bags, just to throw dirty shitty nappies in. And then burp cloth for obvious reasons. I don't want to get spit up on my clothes really. I mean, I do all the time, and in my hair. I mean, last night he woke up after his first big sleep to eat, and then I burped him and he power chucked on me, not once but twice. And so I had to get him undressed in the middle of the night, change his outfit because it'd gone everywhere. In this side I also have my little wallet. This came with the bag too, and so I just keep everything in here. I've just got like, I've got an old big fat maternity pad in here for some reason, spare mask, hand sanitizer, lip balm, and then I just have like all my cards and stuff in there. So there's that. I've also got my sunnies in here, and that's it for that side. And then on the other side I have a dummy, spare dummy, and spare hair tie, and then I have his little toy. I don't usually have this in here, I just have it in there today because I always put it in his pop-in photos with him. And then I have, I mean, I probably should put more clothes in here, like, because I don't really know what the weather's gonna do, but I feel like a onesie is a pretty safe option. Like, they're not really gonna be cold or overheat in it, so we have a onesie. And just in case it is too cold, I have a little merino bodysuit that can go underneath it. And then I just have a hat in there as well. So yeah, that's what I have in there for him and me, kind of. My stuff goes in there as well. But anyway, I'll just show you the inside of the bag. So it's quite like very spacious, and so you've got a little pocket here and another zip pocket here and another zip pocket here, and then middle, and then it has like 2 of these on each side. So yeah, it's quite a good bag, and like I said, just nice to have a nice bag. It looks like a handbag. But yeah, today we are gonna go for Kai's pop-in photo. I'm hoping that he kind of stays asleep. So as well as obviously showing you what's in my nappy bag, I thought I would do like a little bit of a more in detailed kind of sleep or kind of like routine update. So Kai is 2 months old now, and like I briefly touched on before, he has been catnapping quite a lot during the day, and I think it just comes down to leaving him awake for too long and him getting overtired, and then he's a lot harder to resettle, and then so he doesn't sleep for long because he's so overtired. And then I've been, you know, just picking him up, waking him up, whatever, and then he just gets overtired again. It's just kind of like been a cycle. But he's really, well, he doesn't sleep through the night yet, but he does wake usually for, I'd say he wakes for 1 feed in the night. So he has a bottle of express milk before he goes to sleep, and then he goes straight to sleep after that, and he usually sleeps between 6 and 8 hours. It kind of just depends on how his day naps have been, and also kind of how much of his bottle he drinks. Like sometimes, so I always put about 120 mils in there. Sometimes he drinks the whole thing, sometimes he drinks half of it, sometimes he drinks like 100. It just kind of depends on how long his last feed was before we decide to put him down or whatever. But so he sleeps for a good amount of time, and then he'll wake up in early hours of the morning, like around 2 to 4ish. He goes down usually between 8 and 9, and has his first feed, and then he'll go pretty much straight back to sleep after that for anywhere between 2 and 3 hours most of the time. So he gets about 10 and a half to 11 and a half hours of sleep at night. And yeah, he's a really good sleeper at night. He might wake up in his first sleep and have a bit of active sleep. Usually he'll go back to sleep on his own or with the dummy, and then I just go back to sleep, wake up another 3 hours, and he's ready to eat. And then so his first nap of the morning has been really like short, so I'm trying to lengthen it out a little bit just to kind of set us up for the day for some longer naps. Kind of get him into a little bit of a routine. I don't want to like have him in too much of a routine, but just more, sleep time is sleep time, awake time is awake time. But what I've started doing now is, just as soon as I've noticed after, so he eats when he wakes up, obviously. As soon as I'm noticing his kind of tired cues, I'm straight away wrapping him up and putting him into his room now with his white noise machine. And even if he's still awake, I put him in there as long as he's tired. And obviously if he's not crying, he's not hungry, there's nothing wrong. And so he just stays in there and kind of just looks around, falls asleep on his own, which is so much better than, I think, me spending a good 20 minutes trying to resettle him and rocking him to sleep. It just saves me a lot of time. Sorry, I'm back. My mum called me, so the video cut off. But I was saying that, yeah, it saves me a lot of time. Then having to, you know, like rock him for 20 minutes 5 times a day for all of his naps. And then there's a chance of when I transfer him, he's not going to sleep for long or go through another cycle because he's not still being rocked. So I get a lot more housework done now, because even though if I put him in there, it can take him up to 45 minutes to actually fall into a deep sleep, at least he's in his own space and he knows it's bedtime. And yeah, I can still get stuff done. And if I have to, I can just go and give him a little pat, give him his dummy, whatever, resettle him. So yeah, I'm going to try and stick to that for a little while and see if it makes any difference. And then maybe in like another few weeks time, I'll give an update on how it's going. But obviously no baby's sleep is perfect, and then you have sleep regressions and you have growth spurts and you have times when they're gonna get a little bit overtired and it'll kind of throw them off a little bit and you'll have to reset. But yeah, we'll see how long it lasts. I hope it lasts a while, because yeah, it's just so good. At least he knows he's safe in his room, it's comfortable in there, and he'll have a good sleep. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing at the moment. And yeah, I try to aim for, at the moment, 5 naps a day, because they're quite short sleeps at the moment. But once they start getting a little bit longer, I can always take it down to 4 if he sleeps for, you know, like an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours each time. But at the moment he's kind of only doing, like, I'd say now, since I've started doing this, he'll sleep for an hour of actual sleep, but then obviously he's in there sleep like from, so I put him down at 8 or something. It's like just after 9 now, and he is finally asleep, but I did have to go in there a few times and resettle him. When I say reset, I don't mean he's like crying, I just mean he's woken himself up, you know. But it is what it is. He's got to learn how to sleep. Doesn't just happen overnight. But fingers crossed this new method works, because yeah, he's just been so grumpy lately. And yeah, I guess you kind of just have to, it's really hard to learn their cues as well. Like, you pick up on it, but sometimes you don't always know what it means. They don't come with manuals. So his tired cue, his first tired cue I've noticed is he puts his hands in his mouth, which I always thought was that he was hungry. Clearly he wasn't hungry, because he would have just eaten like half an hour prior or an hour prior. So yeah, that's his tired cue that I've finally realized. And he also kind of like will zone off or zone out, like he'll just kind of stare at something for a while and then snap back out of it. And then as soon as those things happen, like before he even starts yawning, he's swaddled up and he's in his bed. Yeah, so I hope it works. It'll be good if he becomes a good little day sleeper, and then hopefully we'll start sleeping through the night soon. But yeah, that's my sleep update. Thank you for watching my video. Yeah, I'll try and post another sleep update in a few more weeks time. But yeah, thank you for watching.